What's up, guys? It's your boy Slick. I guess this is gonna be episode 1 of season 2 of Slick's Real Talk. I think I have to put my story out there to get everybody to talk about their story. As you guys can tell, I'm not at the usual desk yet. It's pretty late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. But, I feel like I really need to talk about it. I've been talking to a lot of people they're saying, V, put your story out there, put it all out there, have people understand you, and, things will just go from there. So I said, okay, you know what, guys, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to keep the story either fairly short, or I'm going to do more than one segment of it. So, just keep up with me, and just keep an open ear, guys. I mean, just take it and listen, and then just try to make the best of it. It's not gonna be too legit. I'm just trying to, just putting it as I go, and if things happen and I get emotional, guys, bear with me. But yeah, let me get comfortable before I get started. So yeah, as we all know, it's your boy Slick, but not a lot of people know me as my real name. So the name I actually go by is actually VJ. But, a lot of people call me V and everything else, and it's just something I grew up with. So, and then Slick is just a recent crew / family kind of thing, and that's just, it just stuck. I guess I have to start from the beginning, right, guys? So yeah, so I'm actually not from here. I'm actually born in Guyana, South America. For all you Guyanese people that watch this, and Trini, Khalid, all the people, whatever. Yeah, I'm from Guyana. I'm a Burmese boy, but yeah, that doesn't matter for anybody else. I was born in Guyana. It was just me, my mom, and my sister. My dad was in America, saving money, I guess. So I bring everybody to America. That's the way he claims it, and I don't blame him. I don't doubt him on that, anything at all. Yeah, like I said, it was just me and my mom and my sister, and my dad was back and forth, but I never saw my dad until I was like 3 months or something like that. He came back for my sister's birthday. I was born in October. My sister's birthday is on Christmas. So that was the first day. That was the first time I ever saw my dad, when he came for Christmas. I grew up in Guyana. I lived in Guyana for about 3.5 years. So yeah, about 3 years, because we moved to America in 1994. Guyana was just, a little typical Guyanese kid. It was just how my trouble was. A typical kid, actually. Just did everything another kid would do. I don't know, this is really tough. I really don't. I don't talk my story. I don't tell my story. It's been so long. But I moved here in 1994. I moved to Bloomington, Minnesota. Actually, yeah, we lived with my uncle for a while. Excuse me. And after that, my dad finally got his own apartment in like next town, across the street, not too far. And I lived there with my parents and my sister. I don't really remember much of my childhood. I don't have, because I've been through so much. I can't really remember that far. But I grew up real rough. I guess I was a trouble kid, as the way my dad put it. I was abused, but when you come from a cultural family like mine, like Caribbean people, they have all the right to beat their kids, but sometimes they go too far and they don't realize it. And whether you call it in America, whether they call it abuse or they call it discipline, it doesn't really matter, because either way, no parent should do to their child what I had to do, what my dad did to me. Like, I grew up and it was tough. I was scared of my dad. I grew up being scared of my dad, and most of the time it was always me and him home alone. It was always me and him. My mom was always at work. My sister was at school because you know, my sister's older than me. My sister's 21. I'm 19 now, turning 20. Um, it's it was a constant fear, you know, because you know, my dad tried to teach me to be like ahead of the game, you know, like with school wise and everything, and it just, he pushed me really hard, and sometimes he pushed me too far. Like if I would make mistakes, he'd beat me, he'd smack me up, he'd do a bunch of stuff, you know, and it's like, what is the little 4-year-old, 5-year-old kid gonna do? It's like, come on, man, he's trying, you know, but you see, my dad didn't see it like that because that's just the way they grew up, and they brought the mentality with them. And most of my other family, you know, they learned to grow out of it, but my dad just hasn't learned to grow out of it, and he still hasn't, even until I grow up. Um, and it hurts. It just keeps it to just a point that I don't know what to do. I'm scared of anybody. I'm scared of any and everybody. I was like, I never told my sister anything. I never told my mom anything. But, you know, sometimes they would see it, but it would never be so bad. It's like, kind of, my dad changed when it was just me and him, and when it was my parents and my family. And not saying that my dad, like, you know, he's a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He never had, you know, I'm guessing he never had love and affection from his parents, you know, the way he should have, probably, because my grandfather was a drunk, and always beat them, and, you know, I guess my dad saw it the same way. He never had it, so he doesn't know how to give it back. But yeah, I can't say my dad's a bad guy. My dad's a good guy. He actually made me the man I am today, and I thank him for that, because if it wasn't for my dad, I would have beaten me then. I don't know where I'd be right now, but I'm gonna cut this one short and make this segment 1. But this is gonna be my story. I'm gonna label these next couple of videos my story, my personal story, and leave it as that. So yeah, this is gonna be my story segment 1. So you guys stay tuned for the next one. You're now listening